Nutrient absorption is not passive. It's not like dipping a sponge in water and waiting for it to soak in. Plant roots actively regulate what enters and what doesn't. This is critical because a nutrient solution contains everything, what the plant needs and what it doesn't. The root's job is to discriminate. There are two main mechanisms, diffusion and active transport. Diffusion is the simpler of the two. It's a passive process driven by concentration gradients. If there's a higher concentration of a nutrient outside the root than inside, and if the root membrane is permeable to that nutrient, it will naturally move inward. No energy required. This works for some nutrients under some conditions, but it's not sufficient on its own. Most nutrient uptake happens through active transport. This is an energy-dependent process. The plant uses ADP, the energy currency of cells, to power protein pumps in the root cell membrane. These pumps selectively grab specific nutrients and pull them into the root, even when the concentration inside the root is already higher than outside. This is how plants can accumulate potassium, nitrate, or phosphate to levels much higher than what's in the soil or nutrient solution. Active transport is why roots need oxygen. Without oxygen, they can't produce ADP. Without ADP, the pumps don't work. Nutrient uptake stops. The root membrane is not a simple barrier. It's a highly selective interface. Some nutrients move freely. Others require specific transport proteins. Some nutrients compete for the same transport pathways. For example, calcium, magnesium, and potassium all compete for uptake because they're all positively charged cations that use similar transport mechanisms. If one is present in very high concentrations, it can block the uptake of the others. This is why nutrient ratios matter. It's not enough to have all the nutrients present. They need to be balanced so that one doesn't outcompete another. Once inside the root, nutrients move through the plant in two pathways. The xylem carries water and dissolved nutrients upward from the roots to the shoots. This is driven by transpiration. The phloem carries sugars and some nutrients from the leaves to the rest of the plant, including developing fruit and roots. This is driven by pressure gradients created by sugar loading and unloading. Not all nutrients are equally mobile within the plant. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium are mobile. If the plant runs short, it can pull these nutrients out of older leaves and send them to new growth. This is why deficiency symptoms for these nutrients show up in older leaves first. Calcium, iron, and boron are mobile. Once they're deposited in a leaf or fruit, they stay there. If the plant becomes deficient, it can't relocate them. New growth suffers first. This is why calcium deficiency causes blossom and rot in young fruit, even when older leaves look fine. Understanding nutrient mobility helps diagnose problems. If you see yellowing in old leaves, think mobile nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium. If you see problems in new growth, think of mobile nutrients, calcium, iron, boron. The root zone is dynamic. It's not a static reservoir. Nutrients are being absorbed continuously. Concentrations shift, pH changes, oxygen levels fluctuate, and the plant adjusts its uptake in response to its needs, the environment, and the availability of resources. This is why hydroponics is both an art and a science. The science is understanding the mechanisms. The art is managing the system so that those mechanisms work optimally day after day, from seedling to harvest.